Okay, so listen to this.
Johnny Depp was just seen with a new person, and fans are talking about it a lot. Yeah, the internet is going crazy again, and honestly I get why, because this isn't just another regular Hollywood rumor. This one has something special that nobody expected. The story starts quiet like it always does. A few pictures show up online. Johnny Depp is leaving a place in Paris looking really cool like always. But wait, he's not by himself. There's someone walking next to him, close and relaxed, like they've been friends for a long time. And right away, people are like, who is that person? That's when everyone starts guessing. Some people say it's just a friend, others say it's someone he likes, and some think it's just for work. But when more pictures come out, it's clear that whoever she is, she's special to him. And when people start looking into it, what they discover surprises everybody. It turns out this mystery woman isn't just another fan of celebrities or someone who wants to be famous. Nope, she's someone who's been quietly working in Hollywood behind the camera for many years. She knows a lot of important people, has lots of experience, and has a past that connects her to some of the biggest stars in the movie business. It's the kind of story that makes you think, wait, how did these two people even meet? You know when you see two famous people together and wonder, how did that happen? Like two completely different worlds coming together from nowhere. Yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. And the more you find out, the more it actually starts to make sense in a weird and surprising way. So, let's go back a little bit. Picture this in your mind. Johnny's in Europe making a movie. After everything he went through, he's been staying calm and quiet, working on his art and his music, and staying away from all the drama and noise. Immigration during the movie project, he meets someone who's part of the team making the film, someone who's professional and calm and down to earth. They become friends over long days working together, talking about creative stuff, and that special understanding that only comes from people who've worked in movies before. At first, it's just being friends, but as they hang out more and more, something starts to change. They start going to small parties together, private dinners, and after she's been part of movie crews, worked with really important producers, and even dated someone who was later part of one of Hollywood's biggest problems and drama. That's right, this isn't her first time dealing with the crazy and unpredictable world of being famous. She's seen everything from behind the scenes, which explains a whole lot. Honestly, it explains why she doesn't want all the attention, why she doesn't post about her life online, and why she seems so calm and comfortable next to Johnny, even when cameras are flashing everywhere around them. It's almost like she knows exactly how to act in that world quietly and smoothly, without making things worse or adding more problems. And that's something Johnny probably really likes and finds nice. After so many years of everyone watching him constantly, having someone who understands that must feel like finally being able to breathe fresh air again. Of course, the internet has lots of different ideas and theories. Some people think she's helping him fix his public image and reputation. Other people say it's simply a friendship that's being made into a bigger deal than it really is. Then, there are those people who are totally convinced it's the beginning of something really serious and romantic. The truth is, nobody really knows yet for sure, but the way bodies move and act doesn't lie. In every time they're spotted together, they look comfortable and relaxed, truly happy. There's nothing awkward or weird, no big shows or displays, just two people having a good time together. And honestly, that might be what makes it so interesting to everyone, because Johnny's always been this mysterious and artistic person, the kind of guy who cares more about real connections and being creative than getting attention from the public. So, seeing him with someone who seems to share that same quiet, peaceful energy just feels right somehow. It makes sense. Now, let's stop for a second because here's something most people don't notice. When famous people start new relationships after going through public problems and drama, they usually keep things very private and secret. It's not just about romance and love, it's about building trust again, keeping peace in their lives, and controlling what the story is. People who study celebrity relationships often say that stars like Johnny don't want fame anymore. They want someone who understands them. They want someone who gets it, who won't run to the newspapers and TV, and who doesn't need everyone to see them to feel good about themselves. That's the kind of relationship that actually works and lasts in Hollywood, and from what we can see, this seems to match that pattern perfectly. One person who studies this stuff even said that after years of media problems, stars often pick partners who've worked in the business but don't want the spotlight, because those people know when to talk and when to stay quiet. And that seems to be exactly what's going on here. People who are close to Johnny say that his friends like her and approve. That's a really big deal and important. If you've been following his life story, you know how protective his close friends are of him. They've watched him go through public good times and bad times. So, if they're happy with this new person in his life, it means a lot and says something important. And here's another fun little thing to know. She's creative and artistic too. She knows about music, which means they probably share that artistic connection that goes way beyond Hollywood gossip and rumors. You can almost picture them spending late nights playing music together, talking about art and movies and life away from all the cameras and spotlight. So, while the whole world is busy making guesses and assumptions, maybe what's really happening here is something simple and nice. Two people connecting and becoming friends over things they both love and understand. Still, it's hard to ignore how fast this story has traveled and spread everywhere. Within just a few days, headlines were all over the place. Johnny Depp's new mystery woman. Who's he hanging out with now? Hollywood's most surprising and unexpected couple. And of course, social media did what it always does every single time. Half the comments were nice and supportive, half were doubtful and skeptical, and a few were just really wild and crazy. You know how it goes and happens. Everyone. They're just living their lives normally. And in Hollywood, that's actually pretty rare and unusual. It's easy to forget that celebrities are regular humans too. They want peace and quiet, friendship and companionship, and people who understand them. In Slaby, that's all this really is. Two people finding calm and peace in the middle of all the craziness and chaos around them. Still, it's really interesting to watch and see how fans react to all this. Some people are cheering him on and supporting him, saying he deserves to be happy after everything he's been through in his life. Other people are careful and cautious, reminding everyone not to jump to conclusions too quickly. But either way, the curiosity isn't going away or dying down anytime soon at all. And really, can you blame anyone for being curious? Johnny Depp has always had this magnetic and mysterious thing about him that draws people in. Whether it's his movie roles and characters, his music, or his personal life and relationships, people are drawn to the story and want to know more. There's always that feeling that there's more happening than what we can see. So now, with this new chapter starting and unfolding, the world is watching once again. And while the details are still not clear, one thing's really obvious and certain. This connection, whatever it actually is, has caught everyone's attention and interest. Now, if we step back and look at the bigger picture and whole situation, there's actually a pattern we can see here. After long and intense public attention and scrutiny, many stars choose to step back and retreat for a while. They focus on their work, discover themselves again, and when they finally let someone new into their lives, it's usually someone who understands that quieter and more private world. It's not about being glamorous and fancy. It's about feeling safe, about feeling understood, about not having to explain every single move to millions of people watching. That's probably what's happening right here in this situation. Someone who's been part of Hollywood's background and behind the scenes, who knows the rhythm and flow of that world, who doesn't want or crave attention at all. That kind of partner gives balance and stability to someone like Johnny. And maybe that's exactly why they look so natural and comfortable together. No big show, no drama or problems, just genuine and real connection. Dismissing. Here's a little bit of expert knowledge and insight to think about carefully. Many people who advise celebrities say that privacy and keeping things private is the strongest foundation for modern relationships nowadays. Especially when fame and being famous is involved in the situation. The less people know about it, the longer it lasts and survives. It's like protecting a small flame from the wind that might blow it out. You don't need to hide it completely, you just keep it safe and protected. So, while fans keep asking questions like, who is she and what's going on between them, maybe the real story isn't about her name or her past at all. Maybe it's about timing and the right moment. About Johnny finally finding peace and calmness again after years of chaos and problems in his life. And that's the beautiful and funny irony here in all of this. Everyone's focused on trying to solve the mystery, but maybe the mystery itself is actually what makes it work so well. As one Hollywood insider person once said and put it, the best relationships in this town and city are the ones that nobody knows about or hears about. Flooring. Semantics. And that might be exactly what's happening and unfolding right now in this moment. Now, let's talk about that viral reaction again, because it's really worth noting and mentioning how quickly the internet jumps on celebrity relationships and romances. One photo and picture becomes a story. One story becomes a trend that everyone follows. And before you know it and realize it, people are debating and arguing about the meaning of every glance and look, every step they take, every shared look between them. It's fascinating and kind of funny and amusing, right? Because we all do it ourselves. We see something online on our phones and instantly become detectives trying to solve mysteries. It's like we're all living in our own little gossip thriller movie, but in reality and truth, we only ever see a tiny fraction of the truth and real story. The industry's invisible backbone and support system. The people who make movies happen and come to life without ever showing up in front of a camera lens. That's probably what Johnny finds refreshing and nice about her. Someone who understands the business and industry, but doesn't need the fame or attention. Someone who gets and understands why privacy matters and is important. Someone who's more interested in real conversations and talks than headlines in newspapers. And that's honestly kind of rare and hard to find in Hollywood these days. So yeah, it's no wonder and not surprising that people are fascinated and so curious, because in a world full of loud and attention-seeking celebrity couples everywhere, this one's quiet and private. And that's what makes it stand out and be different. Of course, only time will tell and show what this really is in the end. Maybe it'll fade away and disappear quietly, or maybe it'll grow into something real and serious and meaningful. Either way, it's another unexpected twist and turn in Johnny Depp's ever-intriguing and interesting life story and journey. And admit it honestly, even if you're not a huge celebrity gossip fan who follows all the drama, there's something captivating and interesting about watching stories like this unfold and develop. It reminds us that even in all the glitz and glamour and fancy stuff, human connection is still at the center of it all and matters most. So, now I want to know what you think about all this. Is this just friendship or something more and deeper? Do you think it's part of a quiet comeback, or just a natural connection that the world happened to notice by accident? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. I love reading what you all think about these celebrity mysteries and puzzles. And if you want to keep exploring more stories like this one, you should definitely check out our next video about another Hollywood surprise, a comeback story that's got everyone talking and buzzing. Trust me on this, you don't want to miss it at all. Before you go and leave, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive and exploration. And subscribe for more real Hollywood stories, not the clickbait fake kind, but the ones that actually make you think and say, wow, I didn't know that at all. Because honestly and truthfully, Hollywood is full of surprises everywhere you look. Some are dramatic and wild, some are beautiful and touching, and some, like this one right here, are just plain fascinating and interesting to watch. And maybe that's the best part of all this. We don't have to have all the answers right away. Sometimes it's okay to just enjoy the mystery, sit back and relax, and watch it unfold and happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.